Hello everybody, I'm CarlRyds and welcome to episode 11 of CarlRyds Plays SimCity. In this episode we're going to be building a brand new city. So we finished off the London city in the last episode and it's currently at 750,000 simians and 173,000 people. So we basically finished that city now and we want to move on to Birmingham. I'm going to be choosing this city up here because it's got good coal resources and good wind resources, and I'm hoping to turn it into a kind of mining city, a kind of coal mining city. So if we claim that particular city for us and go into it, we can start sorting that out. Okay, the first thing we need to do is work out where the actual coal and that is. So if we open up the planner here and go down to coal map, we'll be able to see where the coal is in the city, and then we'll be able to work out where we're going to put our coal plant. So it's going to be over this side here. So what I want to do first is set up some residential areas and things like that. So we're going to go over and sort out the main city linkage, and we're going to get ourselves a high density avenue. Pull it back out and start to draw out the areas. Now I'm going to be doing a kind of standard square city design for this one. I'm pulling it all the way out to here. We don't actually have enough money to do that, do we? I kind of got ahead of myself because of all the great money we had in the last city. Now I might be transferring some of that money over very shortly. What I am going to do now is check the map. Okay, so it's going to be over this area here. So what we want to do is bring in one of the roads over to this area, just so we know we have enough space for that to be efficient. Pull that over to there. I'm basically going to surround this in a little square, so we know exactly where it is. So that's great. We're going to head over to the region now, and we're also going to look at what we can borrow from my other city, and then we can allocate certain resources that can be used in other cities, so we don't have to build fire service, ambulances and police in the first instance. Okay, so we're going to set which resources are now available to my new city. So the first thing we're going to do is allocate some garbage trucks. We're going to allocate 5 of those garbage trucks to there. We're going to allocate 2 vehicles from our recycling plant. We're also going to do 2 fire engines, and we're gonna do a couple of ambulances as well. We will have our own services eventually. These are just for the moment to make sure that our city is fine. And police cars, we're gonna do 5 of those. We're gonna gift over some money, so I'm gonna look at giving. Got 750,000, so if I give 250,000 over to the new city, we'll then have enough resources to get ourselves going. So if we send that gift, that'll go over to our new city. Okay, we'll head back into Birmingham and start building. Okay, so our money has come over from the London city to Birmingham. We're going to rename the city to Birmingham as well, so then it's got its proper name. So we've got our money, we've got that as well. So I'm going to start zoning some more areas now. And I want to start zoning some residential areas, but I want a bit of a gap between the residential and the big coal areas. So I'm going to be putting that in, and then taking this along here to here, and allocating this area for our first set of houses. So we go into here and we start divvying it up into the squares that we know and love from SimCity, and sorting out these areas to there, and then divvying these up as well. So this city is more about function than it is actually about looks. So this city might end up looking a little bit, you know, a little bit wonky in areas and things like that, because it's not about the design of the city. It's way more about the actual areas and the actual commercial areas and things like that. That looks actually quite fancy. We just like do like these random designs for the I never actually usually do that. I usually just do like straight lines and stuff, so it's actually quite interesting to just have a different take on road design there. The city is more about being functional than about being pretty, but we do actually need people to live in these houses. And we're going to put some businesses in as well into our city. Maybe even like in the middle there, if we just get rid of that and put in some commercial areas there, and then we'll sort out our coal areas here. Now, it's got good wind, so I think if we put in a wind power plant, we'll actually have some really good wind power in this city. So I want to build a little service road coming off the main road here for all of our services to go along this area here, including our brand new power plants and our water plants as well. Now if we look to water, we should be able to see where all the water is in the city. So it's actually up here, so that's really good. So that gives us a good area to work to in terms of water. So I'm going to bring the road just up to here so we can bob in some of those water towers and get some lovely water to our Sims. There, one there, and again, just like we did with London, eventually we will upgrade these to more substantial water plants, but for the minute we just want to get the city up and running. Another one just in there. See what's going on with our wind power, and we need to make sure that we have a road coming off here for all of our lovely wind turbines to go on. So I'm going to put a few of these in here to start off with, just to make sure that we have enough resources for all of our Sims and all of our businesses as well. And we're already making a profit per hour, which is really good because we got some Sims in already. Okay, so that's the main resources. And remember, all of our garbage and our recyclables are being collected by the London City. So as you can see, things are starting to stack up now. And if we go into city specialization, and if we go into mining, you'll be able to see that we need 7 industrial buildings to have our coal mine, and we're going to have a trading depot as well eventually. So what I need to do is to set out some areas where we can have some industrials. We also need to set up government areas as well, to make sure that we can have everything we need in our city and in the London City as well. So this is going to be our industrial area that I'm going to parcel up into sections now, and then all of our industrial people can come along and build their industrial businesses to help us in our road to being a coal mining city. So we're gonna set up some yellow areas for that, for people to build their industrial buildings and for us to get on with the job of creating our mines. So this area is where it's going to be. So I'm going to close off this road. There we go. So you can see it's not the prettiest city in the world, but it's very, very functional. Petition to build coal mine approved, so that's great. What I want to do first, however, is bob in a What I want to do first, however, is build in a little government area for us to have the government in for anything that we need. So that's great. Right, let's take another look at the coal map. I have named my city already, I've already done it. So I need to bob it about here, don't I? The actual building itself. So if I go into specialization into mining and get myself a coal mine, so you can put them. So is it just on 3 sides? Yeah. So if we bob it, say, there, that should be alright. So if we build a little bit of a road, into that. Like so. And then go into specialization and build our coal mine. Like so, and really make it so it has everything that we need, because look at how many tons of coal we have under this city. It's amazing how much coal we actually have here. So we'll see where we're up to. So we go this way, we should be able to get the majority of the area in. And if we build in our delivery vehicles, and we need to make sure that we build a trading headquarters as well, so then we have the ability to sell. Oh, we've run out of we've run out of coins. So what we may need to do is take a look. So we've got a lot of people in, but the tax levels are really low. I like to have sort of like a 10, 12, 14 split, but in the early days I like to have a 10, 11, 12 split. For low earners, medium earners, and the high earners, just to make sure that obviously we don't have a lot of services at the moment being run by our city, so it's not, you know, fair to charge people high taxes when we're not providing many services. But once we do provide those services, those tax levels will go up, and we're going to get a £100,000 loan as well, because we're still making good profit per hour, and I do want to build things in the region. So that's a trading depot. 3 different storage lots. So if I take this, and if I bob it over here, and then add in a lot of coal storage lots. So we already have storage for freight there. And if I add in coal, and coal, and coal, and more coal, then, you know, I really want this city to be sustainable on its mining, because I want it to have a mining heritage to it. So that's all those on there. The obligatory sign needs to go on as well to make it official. And if we go into it, we'll be able to manage global delivery markets. So we'll export all of this coal to both our neighbours, because I know London buys quite a lot of coal, and also to other people around the world. There is a robbery in... You see, it's already full of coal. So if we take more delivery trucks, they'll be able to deliver it to the trading depot, and then it'll get it out of this area and into the trading depots to be sold on. So that's how it's going to work. We do, however, need some emergency services in this city as well. So we're going to do that now. I believe we use that one. Like I say, this city is functional. It is not pretty. So, unlike London, where I tried to, like, you know, have some round designs and things like that, this city is all about the actual function of it. So I believe we have a government upgrade, which is great. And let's see what we can actually do with that, whether we can actually put in a new department, which we can. There isn't a department for safety in the region, so I'm going to do that one first. That allows us to have like police headquarters and stuff, and then have that police headquarters available to other cities in the region. Again, this city being a practical city. So police precinct, we need 95,000 civilians, and it's going to cost 1,700 per hour. So what I'm actually going to do first, you see the safety approval shared with CarlRyds, so that's fine. That's the London City. What I want to do now is add in some more homes with my sort of weird designs here for the roads and stuff. And pop that in the middle of there as well. And bring them all the way down here so we can have more people per section, because as you can see they're kind of going around the edges at the moment. So if we pop those in, we'll be able to have some more people, get some more upgrades for our city, and also some more tax revenue as well. So it's actually looking pretty nice, I think, to this design. And you've got our industrial areas here as well. So we've got enough now to build a police precinct. So this is what I want to do with this city. I want to make it practical, and I want to have all the big police stations, the big fire stations, and everything like that. So we haven't got much money left, but we have got a little bit of cash. So this kind of police precinct allows us to have things like crime prevention centres, lots of jail cells, a police dispatch tower, lots of police cars and things like that. We also have the ability to have a detective wing, which we can make available to the region as well. And we can also add some more specializations in the future, so we might add like some gambling in there. Do we have money for that? We have money for that, so why not add a bit of that in right now? So if we do it sort of in this area over here, and we've got the ability to upgrade it. Again, this city is all about being practical. So chaps room, what we got here? So if we add one of those on the roof, we add in got a nickel slots in the other city. So we had some blackjack tables in this one. And if we add in, maybe a comedy club would be really cool as well, into there. And we'll add in a, which one should we go for? Can we add that in? Yeah. Add that in as well, that's our chat room. And we'll add in one of these big Las Vegas style signs on here as well, which we don't have enough money for. But we'll add that in the next episode. So hopefully this city can make a lot of money for us in the future, both from gambling, the coal industry, the trading industry, and also our Sims as well. But that's going to do it for this episode of CarlRyds Plays SimCity. Let's take a look at the region. So we've got Birmingham working out great, and we have London as well. We can just take a look at that. So it's got 500,000. Needs a bit of help with its fire service, but we can sort that out in the next episode. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. Like it if you liked it, subscribe if you're new. You can also support my content on Patreon if you wish to as well. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode of CarlRyds Plays SimCity. Bye!